Hi, welcome to Hoppily Ever After's episode 10. Today we're talking about a beer based on a marketing gimmick, but it's taken seriously because of the brewery who brews it. Hi, my name's Natalie Weiser Orozco, the Devil Wears Parsley, but today I'm known as Daenerys Targaryen. I am the first of her name, the breaker of six packs, the lord of the seven breweries, the protector of hops, the Khaleesi of the great wheat sea. I'm called Daenerys Stormborn, the perfectly roasted mother of beer cats. And this is my husband, Angel Orozco, the barrel-aged vegetarian.
Today I am known as the world's most famous imp, Tyrion Lannister. We have a great show planned for you today.
And how do you know that?
That is what I do. I drink and I know things.
All right, let's go then.
Welcome to Hoppily Ever After,
yes,
guys.
Welcome to Hoppily Ever After. I am glad you are joining us today. So, as you may have guessed, we are going to talk about the beer that Brewery Ommegang has made. They just released it. It's called the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Gimmick beers, okay?
Yeah.
These are often taken as sometimes not so great in the craft beer world, but I just love them. I'm a fool for a gimmick.
Yeah.
So, man, Ommegang Brewery, we have the Game of Thrones beer.
Yes.
Seven Kingdoms. This is...
Here, let me get up there. We've positioned the camera a little further away so you can see more of our set. So if we don't get to your questions, sorry about that. We'll get to them in the comments. So there we go. All right, the Imp and Khaleesi together.
The mother of beer cats.
The mother of the perfectly roasted. Roasty, bro.
All right, this is going to be a fun episode, Natalie. It's two things we love.
All right.
Game of Thrones and
beer.
Craft beer.
Yeah. So
why don't I crack this sucker open?
You get that guy open. Hopefully it's a cork bottle, so sometimes they can be a little finicky.
Yeah, cork bottles. Don't be intimidated by these.
Yeah.
The ones from Stone suck to open sometimes, though.
Yeah, they're rough. Sometimes you need a wine opener, but sometimes they just pop right out.
It's like opening a wine bottle, really.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the hearts, guys. We love it. Thanks, Anne, for joining.
Hey, let me produce the sound.
Okay, the sound.
Patua.
Patoof. All right, so we have our the next segment is what's on shelves.
Tell them.
So for IPAs, it's like IPA season. There are no dark beers on the shelves, it seems, right now, because everyone is all about the session IPAs. So Ninkasi has one called Made in the Shade, and that's maiden, like a fair maiden.
Iron Maiden, I'd say.
Ha! Yeah, hey, that's pretty hefty pour. Make sure we get equals, bro. So that is a summer IPA, lots of summer's IPAs. We have Redonkulous from Founders. That's an Imperial Red IPA, and that's 99 points. So
damn, on Beer Advocate?
They say 99 points. I don't think it's from Beer Advocate. I think it's from all right, so continuing with what's on shelves. We have Stone Ruin 10 Tangerine with vanilla beans. Oh my gosh. We picked this up this week and it was absolutely, I thought it was amazing. The tangerine was a little more subtle than I would have liked, but the vanilla, man, just smelling it smells like you'd cut open a fresh vanilla bean. It was absolutely delightful.
Yeah, I loved it initially, and I loved the whole glass I drank. I just couldn't see drink that beer like an everyday beer.
Right. Also in the IPA category, we have Drake's Apocalypse, which is an IPA with blood oranges. We picked that up too. That was really good. And Speakeasy Baby Daddy, such an IPA.
That's a good name.
Yeah. So other. We have No Clue Saison de Clue Bombers out of No Clue Craft Brewery in Rancho Cucamonga. That's a new one that I haven't heard of, but I looked it up and they started in 2014.
So they have bottles already available?
Yeah, they do have bottles, yeah.
That's pretty good.
There's a Prickly Pear Summer Seasonal from Shiner. That sounds good. Boulevard Ginger Lemon Radler. That's kind of not, I don't know if it's in the beer category. It's like a malt beverage, they call it, but it is really, really good. And then there's Almanac. They always do great things, and they have a hoppy sour El Dorado.
All right, well, there's some good stuff on shelves. We picked up some of those things that we have for a family reunion tomorrow. We stayed on the low ABV side of these beers. It's going to be hot still. It's not as hot as it was last week, but these beers should be refreshing, and it should get us through a long park party. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
All right, Natalie, I poured these beers. I'm going to take my glass up there and show them.
Let's show. I see that Justin Johnson, or wait, no, is that Karen Johnson? Karen Anderson.
Hi, Karen.
I can't read from this far away.
So this is a Game of Thrones glass that I got a couple of years ago now. It's probably from one of the first Game of Thrones beers that came out.
Yeah.
Check out that Khaleesi-ness.
Yeah, and we'll go over those in a minute. Yeah. All right, so the reveal. You want to talk about this beer?
I do, Natalie.
This is what's on the back of the bottle verbatim. So
okay, yeah. So this is what it says on their website and the bottle. Seven Kingdoms is a marriage of a traditional Belgian-style wheat and a hop-forward American ale. But unlike so many of the marriages on the show, the resulting hoppy wheat is pleasant, playful, and inspired. Seven Kingdoms harmoniously weds citrusy and herbal American hops with wheaty maltiness and moderate bitterness.
okay.
So we wanted to read you the way they describe this beer. And then we wanted to taste the beer and
give you our interpretation of whether or not what we think coincides with what they said.
Did you know that there was beers made for the Game of Thrones?
Oh man. And they're all from Ommegang Brewery, which is
It's a really awesome marriage between HBO really and this fantastic East Coast brewery.
all right.
Cheers, Khaleesi.
Thank you, Imp, my advisor, my trusted advisor.
That's what I do.
So it says citrusy herbal American hops. I get the citrus, and I am getting the citrusy. It almost reminds me of a saison a little bit, when the saisons are really herbaceous. It's very hoppy. It's very hoppy.
You're in the great game now. This beer is dope.
You like it?
This is the best Game of Thrones beer that they've made, in my opinion, so far.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, that Belgian yeast is really coming through, too. Does it say anything about the yeast? Okay, let's see.
No, it didn't really say anything about the yeast.
Just a hop-forward American ale. Beer Advocate did call it a Belgian IPA. On the bottle, they call it a Belgian-style wheat, hop-forward wheat. So I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. The wheat is it's pretty pronounced, but it goes really well with the Belgian-style yeast because Ommegang Brewery, they're pretty much known as an American brewery with a Belgian take. So I'm pretty sure that all their beers are made with Belgian yeast.
Yeah, that's correct. I did read that on their website. And their website has a photo gallery. If you've never been to this place, we haven't been, but wow, dude, I don't want to steal your thunder, but see, okay, we're going to talk about actually how we came to like this brewery. It was one of the first beers that we drank as a craft beer lover. One of our friends at the Salted Pig turned us on to the Three Philosophers.
So it must have been around 2011 when that's when we really started getting into craft beer. Late bloomers. But I did not like the Three Philosophers.
Yeah.
I didn't know really what a Belgian style was at that point. I was thinking it was going to be like an IPA, which I was just getting used to liking. So when we had that first taste of the Three Philosophers, Natalie, Khaleesi, I think I passed my beer on to you at that point.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'll drink it. But, I mean, I kind of felt the same way. I don't think I was quite ready for it yet. But later on, once we kind of, our palates developed a little bit, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like as we age ourselves, our palates kind of change. And as we gain experiences around craft beer, that it really, you change. And like when we had the Three Philosophers, after having some more craft beer experiences, we were able to really appreciate it a lot more.
That's why we do this show, to kind of let you know what you're going to taste and what it should taste like before you make a judgment. So let's say you don't like sour beers, but we tell you that this beer is sour. It's going to make you pucker up, and these things in here are going to explode. But if you just don't like sour stuff, maybe you're just more of a sweet type of person, then you're probably not going to like it, but at least you know what to expect.
Right.
And it doesn't make the beer bad. It just makes it not to your style liking.
Yes.
So this beer, Natalie, I am really enjoying.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really, it's, I love Belgian, so you guys know that already. And it is Belgian-y. It's got that Belgian yeast in it, which is so, so beautiful in my opinion. But it also is like super hoppy.
But it's got a soft yet a vivacious head to it, taste-wise. It's really soft in your mouth, but it has these subtle explosions that are definitely there, and I think you're really going to enjoy it at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty effervescent and kind of like champagne. Like, you know, the champagne, it's supposed to really bubble in your mouth. This one does bubble in your mouth, not too much to where if you take the sip too soon after it's been in your mouth, like, you know, your insides start doing weird things.
Wow, okay.
Okay,
So
here
this
we
is
go.
the 6th installment of the Game of Thrones inspired beer from Brewery Ommegang.
Yes.
Okay.
So the other beers in the series started with the Iron Throne Blonde Ale.
Pretty bitchin' label too. There's the Iron Throne is there.
Yes.
All the labels are really pretty cool.
Yeah, Take the Black Stout. That was one of my favorites. Fire and Blood. That was a red ale. And the bottle featured 3 of the Khaleesi's dragons. So there were 3 different bottles. Same beer, 3 different bottles with each dragon on. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty epic there. And Valar Morghulis. Am I saying that right?
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Morghulis.
All men must die.
That's probably why I'm saying it wrong. I don't like to say that. By men, does it mean mankind? Or it's just men?
Yeah. Well, I think mankind.
That's my least favorite
Implied.
beer.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that beer should have died.
Oh.
But it was a double ale, and Belgian doubles, they're not my jam, so I really don't like many doubles. It was fine, but doubles don't excite me. And the 5th one was really interesting, the Three-Eyed Raven, which was the dark Saison ale. So Saisons are these, a lot of times thought of as light and herbally, but they had a different spin on this, and so I imagine that the grains they used were a little more roasty, and then they married that with the other Saison-style ingredients. It was unique, different. I liked it.
Let me back up for a second. You said Valar Morghulis should have died.
That beer.
You didn't like that beer? It was a double, a Belgian double.
I'm telling you, I don't like doubles.
Man.
You either
That
go for the
sucks.
blonde style. I either go for the blonde style
The lighter Belgian.
beers, skip over to the triples, which are the effervescent ones, and then the quads, which are just a doubly better version of the double. But as Tyrion Lannister, I'll drink anything.
As long as the glass is full, right?
I'm an imp who drinks.
Let's see, there's people commenting.
All right,
Hi,
guys, thanks
Donna.
for joining Hoppily
Oh,
Ever
thank
After.
you.
Donna who?
Donna Broski. Shit, I know I'm saying that wrong.
Yeah. The cupcake.
Broski.
The cupcake.
Danger Cupcakes.
Danger Cupcakes. Find her on Instagram. She makes great food. All right, guys. Today it's on Hoppily Ever After. We have a Game of Thrones inspired beer. This one is called 7 Kingdoms. It's the 6th of the 6th installation of this series of beers. It's a wheat ale, or also on websites a Belgian IPA.
And I did a little bit of research on like Belgian IPAs and what foods pair with Belgian IPAs. Rare roast beef, like sandwiches, pair really good. We're vegetarian. So they also said that like sharp cheddar cheese pairs really well. So we didn't have any sharp cheddar cheese, but I did put together this little tiny cheese plate here.
Yep,
We've got
yep.
some smoked Gouda from our local farmer's market, and go ahead.
Oh, okay.
And this one is a pepper jack,
Oh.
also from our farmer's market. Petaluma Creamery.
They make some awesome cheese,
Dude,
man.
they do.
I'm gonna
They
try a piece of
do.
the smoked Gouda and have a taste of the beer.
This is kind of, I wouldn't call it, yeah, it's sharp. It's getting me. It's getting me right back here. Making me pucker up and salivate.
That is sharp. Oh, that smoked Gouda, though.
And it's got, this particular Gouda has a bunch of like little crystals in it, like salty crystals. I don't know what they are, but they're so delicious.
Well, I think cheese pairs well with anything. And this is no exception. The cheese and this wheat ale, hoppy wheat ale,
Yeah.
are rather delicious.
Yeah, I think the silky creaminess of this
Let
cheese
me try the spicy jack.
is cut nicely by the hops in this beer. Those little crystals.
Are you guys eating lunch right now? It's noon on Friday. May not be able to drink, but you can eat lunch or you can watch this back later. We're also putting this on YouTube, which is a new thing for us.
Yeah.
Try to get some of that YouTube audience.
Yeah, this last week I spent countless hours on the computer editing the videos, so we have like a sandwiched in between like an intro and an outro, and they're all on YouTube. Subscribe to The Devil Wears Parsley. That's where they're at. The Devil Wears Parsley on YouTube. So make sure to subscribe there, and also like our pages on Facebook. This is the Barrel Aged Vegetarian. He's also on Instagram, the Barrel Aged Vegetarian, or just Barrel Aged Vegetarian. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, DVL Wears Parsley. Let's start a conversation about beer, shall we?
We shall.
We are always down to talk about beer.
And drink it with you in person. All right, Ommegang Brewing Company. No, doing that wrong. Brewery Ommegang, like Ommegang.
Oh my god.
Brewery Ommegang. When I first heard of this brewery, I thought, that sounds like another Belgian brewery from Belgium. And I was pleasantly surprised when I found out that they're out of Cooperstown, New York. So Ommegang Brewery built their brewery in 1997 on 130 acres of land that used to be, wait for it, a hop farm.
Dude.
Yeah, it was the first farmstead brewery built in the USA in over 100 years. Back in the 19th century, Cooperstown was the epicenter of U.S. hop production.
Wow.
That's a great fact, huh?
That is a great fact.
I guess the climate, huh? It's interesting.
Yeah.
So you add that plus local deep water wells of high quality water, and you could say that place was the perfect spot for beer. I'd say that. I'd definitely say that.
Dude, you get the local water, you get the local hops. Now it says that the farmstead used to be a hop farm, so I don't think like at the time they were actually growing hops. But
Probably
who knows?
not.
Maybe they do now.
Yeah, maybe they do. I'm sure. If it's built on a farmstead, they got all the space. We saw the pictures of the brewery online, and it looks like there's plenty of space to go ahead and grow hops.
Yeah,
And the brewery looks ridiculous.
Dude,
so.
it does look beautiful. They have this one picture on there where it's surrounded by a forest, but they captured the forest at the time of fall. So all the trees are all the different colors, like yellow, orange, red. Oh, it's like...
It's like a painting, I was going to say a Thomas Kincaid painting, but he mostly does wintry stuff, right? But there is a winter one in there, so.
when it's all snowing and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, let's see. What?
The
And
bones.
Zavala, yay, cheese. Yeah, I know, dude. This I do have to say
Good
about
idea,
the
Em.
cheese. The cheese, the Gouda goes better than the pepper jack. The pepper jack is really kind of mild, and some of the flavors of the cheese gets lost in this big beer.
Frick, man. I love cheese.
Dude, it's so good. We did have breakfast this time. We're not running on empty today. Thank the Lord. And this is a 6.9% beer, so it's not terribly strong.
For me, that is very close to my perfect strength beer.
Oh yeah?
Which is somewhere from a 6.7 to a 7.3% beer.
Wow, that's specific, huh?
Yeah, that's my level. That's my style. My robe keeps falling off. It must be the weight of this heavy.
I don't know if
dragon's eye.
Yeah, I don't know if you
here.
could see that, but that's a little dragon's eye. You could take that off if you want.
I will never take this off. Let me wear it tonight. What's up?
Ooh.
Hey guys, so it's Hoppily Ever After. We're gonna rate this beer
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, thank you for all the thumbs up, and we love that. You can give us as many of those as you want. We love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so rating. There
Okay,
we go.
Natalie, what'd you pay for this beer?
Ooh.
No.
Ooh, whoops.
Doggone it.
Dang. That's kind of an important piece of the puzzle, isn't it?
I think I'm gonna say it was around $10.99.
It was I don't think it was more than $10.
Okay.
Or it was at $10 or less. Maybe $10.99.
Hey, you know what?
I should have paid attention.
I'm already gonna say that with the final episode, the season finale coming up on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, go out and get one of these beers.
Yeah.
Make it an event. Enjoy Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Savala, who's watching, I don't think you watch Game of Thrones. It's not the best time to get into it, but try the beer anyways. You guys, the ones that do
Definitely.
watch it, get the beer. Make it an event. Get some cheese. Get some cheese for your rats.
Yeah.
And watch the show. Get some fancy
What do
glasses
you mean,
like this.
cheese for your rats? People don't.
Oh, Anne has rats. She literally does have a rat.
Aw, say hi to those little guys for us.
Bean is his name.
Yeah.
Everybody else who watches the Game of Thrones, get the beer. It's worth it. We're going to rate it right now on a 5-barrel rating system. 5 barrels being the highest.
Mm-hmm.
I got to say that 1 is the lowest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to get one more sip. Oh, it's delightfully smelling.
Don't look at my card. Okay, I'm done. You guys have any beers right now? What are you guys drinking? And cheese really does go good with this beer. That is faux show.
I'm becoming a big old softy in this rating system. Last week with that funner beer from Ritual Brewing Company, and I damn near gave it a perfect score.
Oh, I know.
This
Okay.
week we have the 7 Kingdoms Game of Thrones inspired Brewery Ommegang beer. 6th of its name. And the Imp gives it...
Oh, you can't see it.
Go first. There you go, Khaleesi.
Oh, 4.75.
In comes the Imp with a... Oh!
Oh my god, we are on point. Yeah, I mean,
We're on page.
I would definitely buy this beer again. It's really good. It really is.
Listen, I have a group called Craft Beer Lovers, which there's a lot of beer knowledgeable people in there. We have a group. It's a community.
Yeah.
And there's some people that just do not like Ommegang making beers for HBO and the Game of Thrones. They absolutely despise it. They think the beers aren't great. It's just a gimmick to get you to buy these beers.
Right.
And I believe that gimmicks are to get you to buy these beers. You're
Right.
going to get a bunch of Dungeons and Dragon playing people that love Game of Thrones to go out and buy the beer. Will they ever open it and drink it? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, and there are some gimmicky beers that we've had that just do kind of fall flat, and they do get you to buy the beer, and it sucks.
But it's still an experience, in my opinion. It's the experience of, like, dude, when the first one came out, Iron Throne, It was like Enjoy By to us. It was like
Yes,
Pliny
that's
to
right.
us.
That's right.
We were out. We were calling Cost Plus World Market and Bevmo and trying to find out who had these beers. Who had them?
Right.
We were waiting on the dates, and our friends across the nation. Amanda Burton is really into them, and so we were like, okay, Natalie, you go to that store while you're working in Redlands. I'm going to go to the one in Riverside, and
try to get as many as we can so we can hoard it. Let's see, we got some comments.
Okay,
we're kind of far away. Okay, Art Rodriguez, just subscribe to YouTube because I need to up my beer game. Cheers! Oh, cheers to you too, and
man.
thank you for sharing the link, Art.
That's so cool.
That's a Latino foodie.
Is Latino foodie?
Mm-hmm.
Órale, vato.
Órale.
No offense. Cheers, Art.
Yes.
I'm also Latino.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Whittier.
And I love Latinos. I love this guy.
She married an imp. Yep. So, Game of Thrones. 4.75 rating from each of us.
Yes.
It's out of 5 barrels. We gave it a 4.75.
Yeah, man. It is really good. If I got this, I mean, if I got this anywhere, I'd be super happy. Super happy. One of my favorite styles married with another one of my favorite styles. It's like a marriage made in heaven, just like they said it is.
You're a little Belgian. I'm a little IPA.
Yeah.
You're a little rock and roll. I'm a little country. No. Just don't do that.
Oh, God.
Okay, there's some other beers out there that are gimmicks.
Yes.
That we thought were pretty good. There's one that they did for the Lord of the Rings. It's a 3 series. It's The Hobbit was one of them. The Desolation of Smaug. And I'm not sure what the third one was. But I remember one of them had like chipotle or some type of peppers in it. Habanero. It was like a habanero stout. And that was pretty good. So you can keep an eye out for some of those gimmick beers. Yeah. Other gimmick beers, Rogue Brewing Company.
Right. They do a lot of gimmick beers. Like they did a sriracha beer. It was like a stout. And that actually was really good, I thought. Some of the other Rogue beers that are kind of, I don't know, is the maple bacon. And then they have like a banana.
Well, those they collaborated with Voodoo Donuts out of
right.
Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. And that stuff sucked us in early in our craft beer game.
Yeah.
So we went out and we bought those, and they were just way too expensive. I don't recommend any of the Rogue Voodoo Donut beers.
Maybe try it once.
If you've never tried one.
Yeah. Get it out of your system and see what you think. You might really like it.
As vegetarians, could we actually drink the maple bacon voodoo donut beer now?
You know, that is a great question. It depends because, I mean, if you're going to put bacon in a beer, you have to really think about the fat content of the bacon.
This beer is 725 calories.
And how it would really,
serving.
It could like go rancid if it has those, if it has real bacon. Like there was a hot sauce maker that I was conversing with, and he had pork, like a bacon hot sauce. And it was really good. I had it before I was a vegetarian, but I asked him, I'm like, what is the bacon flavor in there? Are you using real bacon or are you using something else? And he said that it was not actually real bacon. It was a
malt that had the smoke, like the...
No, this was a hot sauce maker. It wasn't a beer maker. So it was some sort of flavoring that he put in, and it was vegetarian. So I'm sure that...
Gotcha.
Well, I'm not sure, but I would speculate that they're using some sort of flavoring to emulate bacon.
Okay, that makes a little more sense. And that's cool. So there's a lot of gimmick beers out there, guys. Try them. They're fun, man. I really enjoy it.
Some of them are really fun. Ommegang knocks it out of the park. You know?
They do. This one is a home run.
Home run.
Why do you think I said home run?
Home run, because Cooperstown is they have the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go to New York to make a trip, go to Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, and then go to Brewery Ommegang.
Yeah.
We
gotta do that. We gotta book a trip.
I've never been to New York.
If y'all want to go, let's do it. All right, so that's it for today, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys tuning in, and if you're catching it on the replay, that's awesome too. We're gonna have this on YouTube pretty soon. I'm gonna edit it and get it up there, so it's more accessible on some different platforms. And yeah, we'll see you next week, I guess.
Right? Cheers and chug, and
Cheers, guys.
thanks, and make sure you live happily ever after.